What's up, my brother? Yeah, well, if they're down now, they might be back up here in an hour or so after game. What's up, Beef Viral? Over on the YouTube. I'm gonna, if I can figure out how, I'm gonna pull my Spotify onto this so I can hear it. Well, BV's easier to say than be viral. But I mean, I realized what I said the other day, but it's just quicker. Mama, too old, over on Twitch. Mama, I love you guys. I hope you had a good dinner. Hope Pops is doing better. Oh, did you? Did you watch all of them or just the last one? The last one's like, was the the better of the three. The first one is about Smurfs. The second one is about toxic players. He's very sleepy. He should go to bed. The way work's going, I almost literally could have came home like Thursday. Oh no! You're gonna be hard pressed to see me ever play Face It. The only time I'll play Face It is if I get another editor that will do more of those solo queue videos for me. And I'll do it just for content. Which one did you watch? Which one did you watch? The first one? Part 1? Because Part 3 just came out today. It's because the stacks you go against are almost all like that stack. I could say out of 20 games in Face It, I'll bet one of them is a legit game against legit players. Okay. So here's what's funny about what you're watching, about that whole series that you're watching. Almost everybody on those videos, from the guys screaming at each other, screaming profanity, screaming racial slurs, to all the Smurf accounts, I've reported every one of them, and not a single one of them has been banned. Not a single one. So why should I go to a third party provider for Counter-Strike, let alone pay that? Because I used to be a premium. I was a premium for a long time. Like I paid for premium Face It. I was a good loyal customer trying to support the platform. But why should I support a platform that advertises that they're better than matchmaking and Premier, and they aren't? They aren't even close. They aren't even close to better. I appreciate you watching them. Feel free to drop comments on what you think in there, stuff like that. It can be, but at level 1. So my option at level 1 is either absolute Smurfs or people that don't have any clue how to play, or they're absolutely toxic. So 70% of the time, it's the guys on my team, if I solo queue, it's the guys on my team that are no comms, toxic, or don't have any clue how to play. And I'm playing against guys that are stacked together that are on, at least one or two of them are on Smurfs, and they're boosting the other one. So unless I want to go against my integrity and my beliefs and my faith and my standards and play with Smurfs, I am not good enough to carry a 5 stack versus multiple Smurfs that are probably level 10s or whatever. I'm just not that good. But I don't know why I should be punished in those formats, you know? One of these days, if you see that I'm advertised that I'm playing solo queue face it, hop in and I'll show you. I will show you. Sometimes the Smurfs are on your team too, but most of the time, if they are, they don't speak to you. Like you know what I mean? Like, so. Yeah, but I'm not though. It's not the same. Well, I appreciate that. I think I'm level 4 or 5. I mean, 6 or 7. I think 6 or 7 if I'm playing with my friends, my level, 8 to 10 friends, then I think you can put me in that, that elevates my game with teammates like that. But I feel like I'm a legit 4 or 5, an average CS player. So just so you know, my account's at 411 elo, I think I looked. At one point, it was at 100, which is the lowest elo you can have. You cannot go below 100. And I had it climbed all the way back to 985, I think it was. I just got into level 4. And then I went back on this giant losing streak and lost it all again. Dropped from 4 to 3 to 2. And I told myself when I got to 2, I said, if I get D rank clear into level 1, and this is why. This is why I got D ranked that far, because I was playing against in unfair lobbies, in unfair circumstances. I was being punished. My rank, my elo was being punished because the other team and other players are abusing the system. I'm not going to support that. I'm just not. It's just stupid. And I'll tell you right now, I have friends who, if I had said, hey, why don't you guys all just start new Faceit accounts, and they all had level 4 accounts, we would be steamrolling lobbies just like those other guys are. I mean, you've watched Jay play. If I had Jay, Wushu, Alpha, and some of these other guys playing on level 4s, we would be running over people. And that's what's happening to me. And I'm just not. I'm not going to support it. So, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, fully locked in, mental attitude. All of that has a play in how anybody plays, And I'm not trying to be argumentative. I have been through so much on that Faceit platform, that I refuse. I refuse to support it or be a part of it until they make changes. Or I log in someday and they've given me back 600 elo. A rust coat karambit. So what about the rust coat karambit do you like? Other than Rustcoat reminds you of me. I'm kidding. I'm looking for a stat track. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm also not trying to be like negative. If I guess argumentative was the wrong thing. And some of that too, be viral, is completely mental on my part. Like just logging in and looking at 410 elo, it's just like I have zero desire to get back on that treadmill and not go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like if I already did the long crawl from 100 to 9, whatever it was. I just don't want to do it again. If it was on a fair playing field. Wait. You're not wrong, usually. That's a good IGL support player. Oh yeah. So when I play with my level 10, 9, and 8 friends, and we're playing 7, 8, 9 lobbies, and I go 14 and 12, and I get 3 elo for that, and then I go play a solo queue with levels 3s and 4s, and I lose 30. And I go 8 and 16 because I get just smoked every time I clear a corner. It's just insanity, man. It just is not. There's nothing about it that makes me go, you know what? I'm gonna go grind some Face-It, because I think I'm 4 consecutive wins from level 2, and I think the last time I had 4 consecutive wins was in January of this year on Face-It. It's insane. Here's another thing. Think about this. Level 2 is 500 elo, right? The lowest elo you can have is 100. So the span from the bottom to level 2 is 400 elo. The span from 2 to 3 is, I think, 250. So to 2 to 3, you have to be at 750. And then I think 950 is 4. I'd have to look. But from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 is all 150 elo. So, guys, the grind, the big prize stretch should be 8 to 9, 9 to 10 to get into those upper levels, not the low levels. That's insanity to me. And that's why you can keep a Smurf longer. Because a Smurf in level 2 or level 3, you know, you can win 4, 5, 6 games and not rank up. Where you win 6 games in level 5 and you're level 6. You know what I mean? It's just the way the system is set up is so dumb. If that made any sense. I'm gonna play some casual. Jay said he was hopping on. So the non-peaking